Hi, my name is Shelby Debevoise. Today my informative speech is going to be about stray dogs all over the world. So do you love animals? Have you ever owned a dog or a cat? Many people all over the world have owned family pets. I've grown up with a family pet my whole life. And my very close best friend is a dog. And his name is Cookie. He's been with me since I was in first grade, and I don't know what I would do without him, because as soon as I walk through the door, I kind of get that source of happiness and comfort from him. He makes me feel welcome, and he just brightens my day. Dogs live their whole life trying to make us happy, and most of the time they do that. So why do animals get treated so poorly if they love us so deeply? Today I plan to inform all of you about the things that animals go through on a day-to-day basis, not only in America, but around the world. So how can we solve this problem? In an article called Better Lives for Dogs, an organization called World Animal Protection explains that stray dogs can bring danger to communities by posing a threat to the public health. Many stray dogs don't get the same care as the animals at home. I take my dogs to the vet. They get their shots, they get their checkups, they get everything done. Not everywhere in the world has that option. Humans can be impacted by a large population of wildlife because some dogs could become aggressive towards people. The World Animal Protection has a solution to all of these problems I just stated. So they want to work with the governments. They've been working with the governments and the communities around the world to show them that there are proven methods to control the stray dog population without harming animals. Because many associations, or whatever you want to call them, say, yeah, we're going to help solve this problem of homeless animals, but they're mainly just doing them harm. They're not doing them any good. Especially, I don't think many places in America have this problem, but I know places all over the world have this problem, and I've witnessed that firsthand in Mexico. We'll get to that. Now, how do we, as animal owners and lovers, keep our animals safe and secure at home? Keeping your animals safe and taken care of can save their lives. Many owners don't know how to properly take care of their animals. This leads to animals getting abused or left at home and animal shelters, just being dropped off because they can't take care of them. And that's a big problem for animals, because their one job, they only have one job because most of the time they're just sleeping. Their one job is to love us for who we are, and they just get taken advantage of most of the time. There's a lot of places in Mexico and like other surrounding areas, that do dog fights, and that's one of the reasons why people don't like pit bulls. But I have 2 pit bulls, and they are the most sweetest dogs in the world. So why do we treat them so poorly if all they want to do is love us? There are about 70 million stray animals living in America. Of the 70 million, only about 20% of all cats and dogs enter an animal shelter every year, according to the Humane Society. So what can we do to stop this? We can start providing donations to local animal shelters so they can have the proper resources they need to provide the animals with the proper care. Many animal shelters, especially in smaller cities, don't really get the resources they need. They don't get the dog food. They don't have the proper vet care for the animals. So this puts the animals at risk for being put down, when it's not their fault that they didn't have home. It's not their fault that they became sick because someone wasn't taking care of them. They're just trying to live their life, and sometimes that's not always the right case, because when you go to an animal shelter or you see the commercials on TV, it just breaks your heart seeing these animals so sick and so mistreated. It just oh my god, it kills me. Keeping people informed about this problem can save an animal's life. Not only keeping Americans informed, but keeping people around the world informed, because a lot of people don't know how to take care of animals, and showing them and giving animal shelters the proper things. This can save a dog's life. So far we have provided all information on how we can help animals around the world, and touch base with the information on how owners can keep their animals safe. Now, how do we help animals that live with homeless people? How can we help both of them? Homeless shelters are set up to house and feed people when they need it the most. But do homeless shelters let animals in? Most shelters do not allow pets unless they are a service animal. Homeless pet owners will not abandon their pet and do not have the funds to board the pet. Many homeless shelters offer crates that would allow a pet to stay with the owner. Why can't we allow all animals in with their owners? This is how we are just creating more of the 70 million strays around the world, literally. For the general population, the life of a homeless individual is unfathomable. For a homeless individual with a pet, life is hard and choices few. But watching their pet suffer is unbearable. They are trying to feed themselves, but they can't also feed their animal. Many homeless people struggle with finding their animals food and clean water. Clean water is a big one. My goal is to help provide shelters of all kinds with food to feed the animals as well as the owners, and give them both clean water, beds, the whole 9 yards, just to make their days better. We as people and people with pets should help those in need, because we all know we would want someone to help us if we were in their situation, and no one wants to watch their animals suffer. Keeping up with friends and family can help save a life or an animal's life. Make sure to always call the shelter if you see an animal in need, and never hesitate to do so. We are the only voice for animals because they cannot talk to us. If they could, that'd be amazing. And they deserve so much more than many people give them. They deserve the world because they give us the world. I want to conclude my speech with a true story about a vacation I took to Cozumel, Mexico. As I come to a close, I hope you all have a better understanding on how poorly animals get treated, but what people are doing to stop this problem. With this story, I also hope it gives you a better understanding on homeless animals around the world. Every year, me and my family take a cruise to Cozumel. Obviously, we couldn't do that this year. It's very sad. When we got there, I was blown away with how many stray dogs were just running around. I mean, we would look behind the bushes. There's a stray dog. It looked like a few weeks old. Obviously, I was like, I need to help in some way. So what I did, since there's not very many vets and not many people out there really care, me and my family went to the local supermarket. After taking a tour, we got some food and water as much as we could, and we found some dogs, fed them, helped some owners get a better understanding on how to take care of them and what they can do to save the other dogs. So that was very rewarding for me, knowing that I'm helping a puppy, literally thousands of puppies, get some food and water in their belly and not be so, dehydrated because it's really hot there. So the locals were so grateful, and that made me very happy. That made my whole year. Even if we didn't help every dog in Cozumel, we put a dent in the process for other people to come in with resources that I didn't have or I couldn't get. Now, after all of this talking I have done, I hope I didn't put you all to sleep because I talk very fast and I kind of stutter sometimes, so I hope I didn't really put you to sleep there. And I hope I motivated you all to treat others with kindness. Not only people, but other living things, whether it be a plant, whether it be a dog, a guinea pig, whatever you want to call it. Just treat everything with kindness, because if you were that dog, you would want someone to help you. If you were that homeless person, you would want someone to help you. A little goes a long way. Thank you very much.